What's going on? I'm Tyler.
And I'm Travis.
This is
Twisted Transcription Studios.
coming at you with another track chat.
Yep, this is one of my favorite bands, and this album is one of my favorite albums out of the past 5 years.
Definitely. Mine too. The other probably being Blueprints, Wage War. But this one is After the Burial, Dig Deep.
Yeah, I mean, it is an absolutely killer album. I can listen to almost every single song all the way through. I can listen to, just put the album on and just let it play. And if I'm not really focusing on it, that's something I can do.
Yeah.
I can just put it on and play the whole album. But if I'm focusing on it, there might be one or two I might skip. But it's not because they're bad songs.
I had it as my workout mix for a while, man. Like, when I first heard of them back in 2018, I think.
Right.
You showed me one of these songs, we'll get to that. But I was hooked, man. I had this album on repeat.
They're brutal. They're really holding. It is metal, period. I mean, this is brutal.
Very heavy, very genty. Anyway, diving right in to the first one, Collapse.
I mean, they kicked it off with the Maiden song. Collapse is a really great hook.
Right out the gate, man, it just comes right at you. It fades in and then it's just right into it.
Smacks you right in the face with the drum. They hit you with this absolutely crushing guitar tone, and the drums are mixed so freaking well. It all meshes perfectly. They come in, do a small break, straight into the vocals, who is also super brutal.
Yeah, he's not my favorite vocalist.
They don't have a
but
bunch of range.
he can kill his range.
Yeah. I mean, he does sound great. Definitely not one of my favorite vocalists ever. I like screamers with some range. He has this much range, but he is excellent at it. I mean, absolutely
It's a 10 in that range.
Yes.
On to the second one. What would it be?
That's going to be Lost in the Static, which was my first song I ever heard off this album. I'm pretty sure I heard it first from Spotify when I would just click like the Wage War, play Wage War radio, and it was just one of them one-offs that happened to get on that channel.
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, and looked them up, heard that one and another song of this album. I was like, I gotta show this dude because this is absolutely brutal.
Right up our alley.
Yeah.
It just comes in after like a 20-second build-up or so with that iconic riff.
It's a great high riff. I mean, this guy says that he doesn't like a lot of little high guitar stuff, but these guys, I mean, they know how to play to their strengths. They make it sound great in the mix.
I don't know why, it just gives me like that Egyptian sound every time I hear it.
Yeah, it's that weird little like minor stuff going on. I mean, that's a lot of metal now is playing in that same kind of key, but they just do it so well. This song is built so well, and that's something I get a lot from these guys as well, is that they are a little bit different. Some of their other songs on this album that we'll get to sound a little happier.
Yeah.
For what they're screaming
I know which one you're talking about. On to the third one, being Meyer. This is my song of them.
Yeah, this one's the one that I might skip. It's not a bad song whatsoever. I'm just not one for the.
Yeah, I don't like any.
I mean, I'm not. It's not me.
I don't care who it is. If I hear the I instantly think of Metallica and Lars, and he just ruined that beat for me.
The fast beats, sometimes they're tricky because sometimes it's an excellent song. One that comes to mind is Contracted by Lamb of God. It turns out like it goes from that and it hits this like sick slow stuff, and that's what I live for, is the sick slow stuff.
Yeah.
Meyer never really hits that point for me, but it is still a good song in the end.
On to number 4.
Deluge.
This is that happy-ish sounding one. It's the most song like
it's original very
song. Yeah, that was what I was trying to say.
The guitar riffs are they're very melodic, and a lot of their stuff is melodic, but this one is just in that like major chord, and it's very, very melodic. It's cool. I mean, it's something different. On number 5 on this album, Laurentian Ghosts. This one comes in acoustic. completely shocking once you've heard the first 5 songs on this, 4 songs on this album, and then it's like, ooh, there's an acoustic riff for you.
It's got my favorite part in this whole album, probably. At 2 minutes 36 seconds, give or take. It's funny to me, man.
They straight up threw out the air horn.
He talks about a siren in it or something. I don't know.
And then they hit an amazing breakdown. And they just do it, man. Like every single breakdown they have is just so heavy.
They're so technical and heavy, and just the drummer matches the guitarist with his offbeatness.
So
and
perfect, it's such an excellent mesh. I don't know how they met. I feel like they must have been friends for years because they mesh so well.
On to number 6. Heavy Lies the Ground. This is the first one I ever heard, and it's got like a 40-second intro of nothing.
Yeah.
Just bang, 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 bang. But when it comes in, man, it freaking comes in. It is dope. I love it.
The vocals in the intro of this song is absolutely awesome. I mean, it's guttural,
got that
like
very. Which I guess a lot of their stuff does have a Meshuggah sound to it.
Yeah, this one is probably the most Meshuggah to me. That quick triplet.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
it's such a quick triplet. It's so Meshuggah, and that's what really caught my eye because at the time I was into Meshuggah, like Bleed and all that, Rational Gaze. Oh yeah. But this one hit heavy. It was the second one I heard, and was the first one I showed him because I knew this one would be his forte.
Yeah.
On to number 7, Pit Catacombs, and it's another one of those iconic intros. They hit that little bit of a bend on the guitar, and it just fits perfect. It's so much relief when the happens.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love it. I kind of played it out. This was definitely one of my favorites. Granted, I like the whole album, but I played this one, and probably, I don't know, either Heavy Lies the Ground or Lost in the Stack. I don't know. Those two just really stand out.
Yeah, they're all catchy. Catacombs is extra catchy. Sounds great. Great guitar riff in the beginning. Again, good breakdowns. I mean, every song is just a banger.
Nothing is a letdown, except for this next one. On to number 8. The Endless March. It's not a letdown. It's just too. It's that similar. No, it's just, I don't know. That's not my deep bag.
Yeah, it's a little fast paced, like you said. Really fast paced. Again, it's not something that I really look for in my metal. I know a lot of people love it. There's people out there digging their heels in Gravity Blast, and that's just not for me. But it's still a great song. I mean, the dudes can put it together, and it does sound good. Again, it's just not something I listen to.
Yeah, I like the groovy stuff and the real heavy. And when I say heavy, I mean just. Oh man, yeah, something like that. I don't know.
That's where it's at for me too. I mean, I just want to be able to be like, I could beat somebody up listening to this.
On to the final one, which is number 9, Sway of the Break.
This one comes in with harmonics. Again, that's not one of Tyler's favorite things, and I did not remember the part that he's gonna mention in a second. And I was like, I bet you didn't really like this one that much. And he was like, oh no.
Yeah, the main reason I listened to it is for that ending breakdown, man. It is killer. Like, it's one of my favorite breakdowns, and I always forget about it.
It's that crazy dissonance on the guitar. It's that like the first time I heard the guitarist do that was in Emure, when Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. And that little lick at the end there has always been one of my favorite licks.
It's awesome, man. Like, if you're not into the high-pitched harmonic stuff like me, just hold out. And listen to that.
Yeah.
And check out their other stuff, other albums. They've got a new one that come out last year. It's not new no more, but Evergreen.
Evergreen, yeah. I mean, it's killered as well. I mean, I feel like maybe it's not quite a listen to the whole album, but I listened to 9/10 of that album.
Yeah. It doesn't have as many great songs as this one, but it's still like 5 or 6. Like,
yeah, really, really great ones. They also have their older albums are good.
Wolves Within, like,
Yeah, that was a great album. The ones going a little further back was a little
yeah.
too post-hardcore for me, but I mean, I might love it. We hope you enjoyed this track chat and hope you have a newfound love for a awesome band. And if you did, drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about them. If you really hated them, drop a comment. Let us know what you thought about them because it's good for the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and you smash that bell.
Find us on social media at Twisted Transcription, and we will see you next time.